Zeyakurumi rubra. They're wonderful, but they need a lot of water.
I think you like it here.
Oh, yes. I've seldom in my life liked anything so much.
It's a pity you didn't come before. You know, we're leaving tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes, it's our last night here. We're going to Frankfurt.
I didn't quite realize. Look, I should be in school.
Surely it won't matter if you're a few minutes late for once.
My class will be waiting for me.
To remember me.
Thank you.
No goodbye kiss?
Understand what happened to him. They must have all got mad. 24 years of experience.
Professor Roth, I should perhaps tell you that I've heard what happened last night. Emmanuel, what made you do it? You, a man with an honorable record of over 24 years, to go drinking and consorting with low women.
Mr. Principal, I cannot allow you to refer to the lady in that way.
I'm told you spent the last 12 hours with a performer in a nightclub.
It's true. It's also true that I've been teaching for 24 years. 24 years in which I've seen nothing of life, nothing of beauty.
And you think you can find them in a place like that?
I've seen more beauty in the last 24 hours than I've seen in the last 24 years.
Look, Emmanuel, we are old colleagues and old friends, so I can speak to you frankly. You are a very experienced schoolmaster, but you are not, perhaps, a very experienced man. I can understand you feeling a sudden wave of sensual attraction, but surely you must realize that people of that kind have no place in your life at all.
Perhaps that's why my life has been so utterly barren.
One can very well understand what happened. A little bit too much to drink and unaccustomed excitement. I'm sure it wasn't your fault. Probably you weren't even aware what she was doing to you. People in these places are very good in trapping a man into some...
Nobody trapped me, Mr. Principal. I'm a mature man. I take the full responsibility for anything I did.
Oh, I see. The dashing Professor Rath is solely responsible for the seduction of this innocent...
There is no question of seduction, Mr. Principal. This was the awakening of a feeling that you may or may not understand. The emotion of love.
Did you say love?
Yes. Is there anything so strange in a man falling in love with a woman?
Of course not, Emmanuel.
I think, Mr. Principal, you should know that far from being the vulgar affair you are trying to make it, this is a matter of the greatest seriousness to me. intend to ask the lady to be my wife.
Your wife? Yes. You're not serious.
I am serious, Mr. Principal.
But to think what you're going to do to your career, your future.
Mr. Principal, my mind is made up. I should prefer not to discuss the matter any further.
Very well. But I hope you realize what the result must be.
Yes, I know.
Perhaps you would like to have a few hours to think it over.
This is quite unnecessary. I have the honor to offer you my resignation.
Very well, Professor Routh. I accept your resignation. With deep regret, Emmanuel.
Can you read? Look.
Thank you. Drop dead.
Hey!
You're absolutely beautiful.
Come in.
More lovely than ever.
I thought you were going to Berlin.
I was, but I've changed my mind.
Why?
What do you think?
Help yourself to drink if you want one. I'll be with you in a minute. Emmanuel. What's the matter with you? Come on and get ready. You're on in a couple of minutes. For goodness sake, don't start that over again. If you didn't want to do it, why did you ever tell Keeper that you would?
Don't you know why?
No, I don't. You were probably drunk.
This morning I was offered my last chance. chance to get back to a decent sort of life. I had to throw it away.
You mean you had an offer to teach again? Why didn't you take it?
But if I did, we couldn't have been together.
Couldn't have been together. You and me. That would have been a tragedy, wouldn't it? Look, Emmanuel, why don't you face facts? I always told you how it would be. You certainly don't have to throw away your precious job to be with me nowadays. In fact, I would have thought you would be glad to be out of it.
Well, this is it. What on earth are you doing? Don't you realize we're on it any moment? Come on. Come on. For heaven's sake, help me with him. Get the coat. This is us. All right, but that's enough.
Go on.
Hey,
It's too late now.
come on. Where's your nose? Come on! Gussie, you touch him up while I do the info. Come on, get out.
I'm much too sentimental. My heart is never free. Perhaps it's accidental that love should come to me. Some little thing within me protects me for a while, till someone comes to win me with only a smile. Falling in love again, never wanted to. What am I to do? Can't help it. Love's always been my game, play it how I may. I was made that way, can't help it. Men cluster to me like moths around a flame, and if their wings burn, I know I'm not to blame. Falling in love again, never wanted to. What am I to do? Can't help it.
If you please. Just one moment. Just a moment. Just one moment. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce to you tonight one of our most distinguished citizens, Dr. Emanuel Rath, Professor of Biological Sciences at the Northern High School. Please. Professor Rath has already endeared himself to most of us. He's not only a very learned man, but he is also a very broad-minded one. Only a few moments ago, the professor was telling me that a visit to the Blue Angel might greatly benefit some of his friends and colleagues at the high school. In fact, it might give them a new outlook on life. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome indeed for Professor Dr. Emanuel Rath.
Falling in love again, never wanted to. What am I to do? Can't help it. Love's always been my game, play it how I may. I was made that way, can't help it. And cluster to me like moths around a flame, and if their wings burn, I know I'm not to blame. Falling in love again, never wanted to. What am I to do? Can't help. Oh, Lola lives for love, but she picks and chooses, and the one who shares her love never ever loses. I know ways to happiness that I may disclose. Many moods of love, Lola, Lola knows. Don't be shy, my sweet one. Let's make this glow a complete one. Take my lips, my sweet one. See how the pleasure grows. Lola, Lola lives for love, but she picks and chooses, and the one who shares her love never ever loses. There are new romantic songs we can both compose. Many other moods of love, Lola, Lola, Lola.
Hello, Emmanuel. No, please, don't go. Come in and have a chat.
You must excuse me, Mr. Principal, but I have an appointment.
Then it will have to wait. After all, we haven't seen each other for 3 years. And I have something I would like to discuss with you. Come in, please. Come.
Don't you see the time has come when you must break away from it and get back to your proper job? Look at those. Look at me. Am I a man who's fit to teach children? Nobody's really fit to teach children. But with a few weeks' rest, I don't think you would be any less fit to teach them than the rest of us. There is a holiday house for teachers not very far from here. I'm sure it can be arranged for you to be there for a while, and then we are going...
Then who is going to employ me after what's happened?
Why not? It might be difficult here, in this district, where you are well known. But the world is wide, Emmanuel, and good teachers are scarce. I was asked only the other day to recommend a man for a post in Bonn, which is free in a few weeks. It's just the job for you.
You're very kind, Mr. Principal. But my old life is over.
Come here, Emmanuel. There's your life, Emmanuel, inescapably as it is mine. You've played truant for a while, that's all.
It's too late.
Why? A man does not have to suffer all his life for one mistake.
Mistake? I made no mistake. As a matter of fact, Mr. Principal, it would be quite impossible for me to take a position. It would mean frequent separation from my wife. Don't you realize that she's constantly traveling in the course of her profession? I must accompany her. I must look after her and arrange everything.
I see. And you don't think if you were to accept the post, she would be willing to give up her profession and settle down with you?
No. She might have once, but not now. You know, she meets many friends on these travels. She's devoted to her work, and I wouldn't feel justified in asking her to give it up entirely on my account. And in any case, why should she? You were quite wrong, Mr. Principal, to think that once one has been a schoolmaster, one can do nothing else. Quite wrong. Take myself, Mr. Principal. I'm no longer a schoolmaster. But I've been offered a position which gives me the opportunity of making an honest living.
Good morning, Professor.
Good morning, Mr. Principal. Get up.
Sir.
Get up. Give me those. My best pupil.
But, sir,
Silence. With me. Shut the door. Done. Now I would like to know how a boy like you became involved in this wave of vulgar dirt that seems to be going over the class. Where did you get these things?
They are not mine.
And you expect me to believe that?
But they are not, sir. Really, they are not. Someone must have put them in my book.
And why should anybody do that?
They're always doing things like that. Always trying to get me into trouble. Because I do my work and tell them not to make noise and things.
Oh, I see. So they are not yours? And you don't know where they came from?
They are not mine.
And you don't know where they came from? Tell me the truth, boy. At once. Eh? I'm not asking for anybody's name. I just want to know how they get into the school.
They get them at the Blue Angel.
At the Blue Angel?
Yeah. It is a place they go, down by the docks. They go there every night and they drink and smoke and they look at women. They're always talking about it. I have never been there. I have told them it is not a nice place, but they only laugh at me. And I have done this to make you think I go there. But I never have. Honestly, I never have, Professor.
All right. Control yourself.
But it is true. You must believe me. You do not believe that I would go to a place like that, Professor.
I should have thought it fairly improbable. Well, Loman, how old are you?
17, Professor Rath.
Let me give you a word of advice. You are quite right, of course. This isn't at all a suitable place for boys of your age to go. And the reason it isn't a suitable place is because it's vulgar and silly. Yeah, but boys of 17 quite often do vulgar and silly things. And if I were you, I would try not to be too righteous about it when you're talking to them. Otherwise, They may think that you're too good for this world. Huh? All right. Now take your books and go. And we say no more about the matter. No. Leave these things with me.
Yes, sir.
What would your wife say if she could see you now, Professor?
I have no wife. I'm a bachelor.
You mean you've never been married?
Oh, no.
What a waste.
I've never been what you call a ladies' man.
Well, it's never too late to begin. Would you mind giving me a cigarette?
Yes.
Steady, Professor. Thank you. Now this, please. Oh, I'm so sorry, Professor. What a shame. And you were being so nice. No, I really, you're in a terrible mess.
Please don't concern yourself.
Here's some wine to wash it away.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to laugh, Professor, but you look so funny. You really...
All right. If my mother would have seen me like that, she would have said that I looked as if I'd been fighting a monkey in a dust hole. It was a favorite expression of hers.
Hey, you look much better without glasses.
Huh?
Come on, bring it in, bring it in. Sit it over. Hello, sweetie. Why, it's good to see you. Yeah, something for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now, who exactly are you? What you want?
An admirer, sweetie. That's what I am, an admirer. Look, I brought you a present. Brought it a long, long day. Just for you. You're sweet. Sweet like you are. Maybe you give me a little kiss.
Oh,
come on, girlie. Let's get some fun going, huh? Full speed ahead. I got the wine, I got the woman. What are we waiting for?
You keep away from the lady, will you?
Who is this? Your papa?
You get out here. You are drunk.
Oh, go away.
You
to see.
Oh, get out.
Blood? You wounded me. Police! Where's the police? Police! Police! I want the police!
What's going on? What happened?
Oh, he was being a nuisance and the professor stopped him, that's all.
But he's bleeding. A little. Come on.
morning.
Good morning, Professor.
Good morning.
Good morning, Professor.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Principal. Good morning, Professor Ra.
Please, don't make so much noise. The professor will be here at any moment.
Tempt you and taunt you, tease you. I am here to teach you what only Lola knows. Lola, Lola lives for love, anywhere she finds it. Anytime you want her love, Lola never minds it. Spend an hour in these songs and it quickly goes. Many are the ways of love, Lola, Lola knows.
What do you want for Christmas, boys? What's your favorite pastime, boys?
Lola, Lola lives for love, anywhere she finds it. Anytime you want her love, Lola never minds it.
I have secret aptitudes that I may disclose. Many are the ways of love, Lola, Lola knows. Losers can be winners. Angels can feel just like sinners. Weepers turn to grinners. When Lola strikes a pose, anywhere she finds it. Anytime you want her love, Lola never minds it. There are new romantic songs we can both compose. Many other ways of love, Lola, Lola knows. Will be my lover? Who will my searching discover? Is it you, my lover, who goes where Lola goes? Lola, Lola lives for love, anywhere she finds it. Anytime you want her love, Lola never minds it. Spend an hour in these arms and it quickly goes. Many are the ways of love, Lola, Lola knows.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Where are those boys?
There aren't any boys here. There are some girls down the corridor, if they will do.
Listen, I'm Professor Emanuel Rath, professor at the Northern High School. There are boys from my school here.
Well, that's no reason why you should come crashing in here and start going up to my bedroom. Oh. So you're a professor, huh?
Yes, I am.
Well, don't you teach your boys to take their hats off in the ladies' room?
Oh, forgive me, please. I'm a little upset. Let me tell you, madam, that I consider it a disgrace that young boys should be allowed to come to a place like this. And I intend to stay until they are produced.
You think I got them in my pocket?
No. I demand to see whoever is in charge here.
Well, Keep will be in a moment. You can talk to him. He's the boss.
Oh, he's good, I see. Good.
In the meantime, you better sit down and make yourself comfortable. You look very unhappy just standing there being angry.
It's pretty hot in here.
Come along. Sit down and get your bread.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's better.
What's the matter, Joey?
It's Tono.
What about him?
He's dead.
Dead?
He was just standing there, watching Betty and me dress.
I mean, after all, he'd have a job, he'd get paid. He could stop sponging on you.
Keep it, dear. You're 100% businessman. You think of nothing but a boxer.
I am a showman. I'm thinking of the success of the troupe, and I'm telling you he'd be a big attraction.
By making a fool of himself in front of a lot of people who know him? Of course he won't do it, and who can blame him?
You just been talking about you. Please sit down, take a glass of wine. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Thank you.
Pretty.
Yes, very pretty. Now, here's the situation.
Where did he get money for
Well, what does it matter where he got the money? He bought you flowers. Please. There's something has come up which... sit down. I have a wonderful idea for you. A chance for you to become, of course, to become a big attraction, a star. You've heard about Tono the clown, huh?
Yes.
No, obviously, I have to have a replacement for him. Well, here's a job I think you can do.
I?
No, it's very easy. You know the act. I mean, it's nothing to your part. All you have to do is stand around and let me do all the hard work. I mean, I couldn't think of an easier way of making a living.
I don't think I could.
No, wait. You haven't heard the point. We have been booked for a return engagement at the Blue Angel. 4 weeks. Excellent terms. They're redoing the interiors, looking very smart now.
The Blue Angel?
No, Lenzburg. You know many important people there. You'll be a big attraction. I give you billing as large as Lola?
No.
What do you mean, no?
I can't do that.
But this is ridiculous. I mean, it's nonsense. All you have to do is stand up.
Never. Never. I'd rather die.
Or you'd rather die than make an honest living.
Honest living?
Now, that's what it would be, wouldn't it?
You think I could go on the stage and make a fool of myself in Lenzburg, where everybody knows me, or at least did? Make a public exhibition of myself.
You think it's beneath your dignity, do you?
I no longer have any dignity.
Oh, can't you leave him alone?
You keep out of this.
Mr. Keeper, I do anything you like. I shall the scenery, I carry the luggage, I sweep the floors. But not that. There's some things a man can't do.
But a woman can.
I'll stop it.
You don't mind your wife going on the stage night after night in nothing more than a pair of drawers to keep you. But if a chance comes along for you to do something to help, you're too high and mighty and important to do it.
Maybe I can help you out here, in this town, until you have a new crowd. But nothing less.
But don't you see that's why you'd pull them in?
But I can. I have my old friends there. My high
You listen to me, Professor Dr. Emanuel Rath. For 3 solid years now, you've been going around acting as if you were nothing but a schoolmaster who happens to be on a holiday. Well, you're not a schoolmaster now, and you never will be again. Here, take a good look at yourself, if you doubt what I'm saying. Take a good look. You're in show business now, if you're in anything. And when you're in show business, the only thing that matters is to get the people into the theater, get them to pay their money for a show, and to hell with how you're doing it. As long as it'll get by the police. All right, Professor, what do you say? After all, it would be a bit of fun, wouldn't it?
Bit of fun. Yeah.
Bit of fun!
What's the matter? Seen some of my stockings crooked? Or don't you approve of the way I keep my stockings up?
I really don't know.
I bet you are a garter man.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of the matter.
Well, you soon will have if you go on studying as hard as that.
Forgive me, madam. Don't you feel any embarrassment at displaying your limbs before an audience of men?
Embarrassment? Why should I? It's my profession. Now, I should feel embarrassed if I had to get up and lecture to a class of boys. Anyhow, what's the matter with my limbs, as you call them? As a matter of fact, I'm very lucky. I'm particularly long between here and here. Help yourself to a cigarette, Professor, while I change. It must be an awful job trying to deal with a pack of growing boys. I suppose they will be in plenty of trouble if you catch them.
They certainly will.
Well, don't be too hard on them. Remember you young ones, too. Don't go. I'll only be a moment.
Oh. I'm sorry. Didn't know she had the company.
Who was that?
A young lady with that.
Oh, yes, Gussie.
I wonder how long...
Pardon, I did not know.
Professor, this is Mr. Kiepert, our boss.
Uh-huh.
Kiepert, may I introduce Professor Emanuel Rath of the Northern High School.
Professor, this is really a pleasure. It's a great honor. Why was I not told that you were here? I have given the strictest instructions that whenever gentlemen of distinction visit us, I'm to be told at once they're in the house. I only hope that you are having an enjoyable evening.
I didn't come here for pleasure.
We try in our own little way to provide for every taste, and we like to think that whenever somebody goes away from the Blue Angel, they say to themselves, now this really was an evening.
I'm afraid you don't understand at all.
I quite understand. There are ways and ways of
Would you please stop? One moment. And listen to me. Boys from my school are being allowed to come here. Boys of 17 or 16. They are allowed to smoke, to drink.
Boys allowed to drink? Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. We can't have that, can we, Professor?
It isn't only bad. It is disgraceful. And it's even quite illegal, as you very well know.
Naturally. Naturally. But you see, my dear Professor, I'm not responsible. I'm only the manager of the troupe that is playing here for a few days. I'm afraid you will have to talk to the owner.
Fetch whoever is responsible. Otherwise, I shall make it my business to go straight to the police. Do you understand?
Don't want any...
Oh, you! Hey, you! Come back here! Come back! Where you...
What's that, darling? A souvenir?
The usual for dinner, Professor?
If you please.
But what have you done with your hat, Professor? It doesn't seem to be here.
Look out, here he is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sit. Stand again, will you? Now sit quietly. Lohmann, you will give a flower to each boy. Now, pick up the flower you have been given and examine it carefully. Well, Müller, what have you in your hand?
A flower, sir.
Yeah. What sort of flower?
At home we call it the Maid in the Meadows.
To what order does it belong?
I don't know, sir.
Werner?
I don't know, sir.
Kieselsack? Well, Lohmann.
Order Cruciferae, sir. So called because the flower's petals are cruciform or in the form of a cross.
Correct. And what is this?
The floral diagram of the Cruciferae, sir. Petals 4, arrangement cruciform, stamens 6, sepals 4, pistils.
Well, Kieselsack?
Please, sir, what are stamens for?
The stamens produce the pollen, which fertilizes the flower and thereby reproduces the species.
Oh, I see, sir. I understand.
It is necessary not only for you, Kieselsack, to understand it, but to remember it. To help you in doing so, perhaps you may write out 100 times. The stamens are the pollen-producing organs.
But sir...
Sit down now. Be quiet. Now, take out your systematic botany books. Look carefully at the flowers you have been given. And then draw its floral diagram. Stand up. Where did you get this?
I found it in a streetcar, sir. I think perhaps it is meant to advertise something.
It undoubtedly is. All right. I talk to you later.
He might be back any minute with the policeman. You'll have to get out of here.
I have nothing to hide.
No, of course not. But we can't. For Lola's sake. Please.
All right.
No. Just for a couple of minutes until just down here.
There?
Well, until the police can, please.
I was bleeding like a stuck pig, and they stole my champagne. Who does he think he is? In here. Champagne. In here. Where is he gone?
Oh,
good evening, officer. Somewhere, huh? That fella that was here.
What fellow? You're drunk.
He's here. You find him. That's quiet.
What happened?
Well, he's just drunk, that's all.
That would make his head bleed.
That only goes to my bedroom.
Well, there's nothing up there. So if there ever was a man here...
You nasty little...
That's time.
Shut up! Scoundrels, line up there! Ah, he's Zuck, of course, and...
You?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, excuse me. I am Professor Emanuel Rath. Professor at the Northern High School. Here's my card. Please. Oh, Good evening, Professor.
Good evening, officer.
Would you care to tell me what you were doing down there in the cellar?
I was catching these delinquent boys who were
That's
hiding.
a lie. He was carrying on with her. And then I come in and he hit me with a pineapple.
Officer, would you please take care of this gentleman? He's had too much to drink.
Mr. Drink. I like that. He's come on, let's go.
Wait a minute. Here is the money for the champagne. Here. And here is your Ananasi pomum tropicalium.
Good evening, Professor.
Tropicalium. Tropic.
Hello, sweetie.
That's all. Take that thing out of your mouth. How dare you? So, what do you have to say for yourselves? What did you come to this place for? Huh? Answer me.
For the same reasons that you did, sir.
Oh, you. Get out here.
Well done, Professor. Well done. You dealt with a whole lot of them splendidly.
You were wonderful, Professor.
Hey, you're on. Come on.
I know. I can hear.
Come on, Lola.
See you in a few moments, Professor.
Oh, sit down, Professor. You've had a few harrowing moments there. You know, you need a drop of something to pull you together, Professor. Just a minute. I'll get you a special prescription of my own. Here we are.
Thank you.
All right.
It's certainly very soothing.
Well, the dosage is one of those now, then 2 minutes interval, and then another one. You feel wonderful. Come on, drink up. Come on. That's it. That's it.
Did you tell him our names? Come on, out with it, did you? No, I didn't. You dirty little sneak. You're breaking my arm. I didn't tell him. Honest, I didn't. All right, let him go. If we find out later that you did, we'll break your scraggy neck. Now, get out of here.
The rat's telling the truth. You and I are probably all right. He can't have known who we were. But he may have seen you when you ran out of the dressing room, Hans.
Good morning.
Good morning, Professor.
Kieselsack?
Yes, sir.
I gave you an imposition of 100 lions. Where are they?
Yes, sir.
Very well. Now fall in for the botany field trip.
Can't have seen you after all. Either that or he's scared because he knows I saw him with Lola. Boy, you should have seen the look on his face looking at her up the stairs.
Silence back there. Forward.
remember that this process of thickening takes place by the division of what, Ansbach?
The cambium, sir?
Correct. Cambium. The cambium. And the division of the cambium forms the xylem on the outside and the phloem inside.
Please, sir.
Yes, Norman?
Please, sir, I thought it was the xylem on the inside and the phloem on the outside.
Oh, yes, of course, quite right. A foolish slip of the tongue on my part.
Loco's mind's on other things.
So's mine. And they are the same things.
Now, don't all lean on this advance or it will collapse. So the professor didn't say anything, huh?
Not a thing.
That's odd. I thought none of you would be able to sit down for a week.
He knew better than to start something with us that he might not have been able to finish.
Scared of you men, eh?
Why do we have to talk about something ugly and unpleasant like that in these few precious minutes? Lola, your eyes are like pools reflecting a blue sky. Do you know what I would like to do with you?
Now come along, behave yourself, or else get out of here.
Lola, strike the clock for us.
No, not now.
Yeah.
Come on, please.
Hey, boys, get out of here quick. Your professor's coming. No, not this way. You bumped right into him. We had enough trouble yesterday. Come on, down there. Yes. Through the cellar and out of the back door. Quick leak.
Good evening, Professor.
Ah, Professor, welcome. I'm glad to see you back.
Good evening.
If there's one thing I'd like to see, it's a repeat customer. Please come. Lola, you have a visitor.
Good evening.
Good evening, Professor.
Well, I shall see you later. My dear, don't make her late for her call.
Well, Professor, it's nice to see you again so soon. I'm flattered. Don't mind if I go on with my makeup, do you?
Oh, no, please don't let me interrupt you. I only came to get my hat.
Oh,
you remember
yes, I saw you left it behind.
And to return something of yours, which I inadvertently took away yesterday. Please. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm sorry. I found them in the pocket of my overcoat. I have no idea how they got there.
Now, Professor, don't spoil it. I was flattering myself that you took it away as a keepsake.
Oh, hardly.
Oh, it's happened before. And as for garters, I get about 3 pairs stolen a week. Oh, but I was forgetting. You are not a garterman, are you?
No. Well, I mustn't keep you any longer.
Oh, but what's the hurry, Professor? Sit down for a moment. Have a glass of wine.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Stop it. It's no use. Must be locked me outside.
Well, now what?
I have to stay here until he's gone. Go and take a look and see if he's still there.
Here's to you, Professor.
Oh, Prosit.
Well, I must get on.
Hey, Pop. What you got there? How much are they?
It's 1 mark and 50 a penny.
Well, how many tonight?
20.
You're a fine salesman, aren't you? You know how many we used to sell? You can't tell me there are not more than 20 men in there who would like to buy a postcard of Lola. You don't try hard enough, that's your trouble.
It's hardly a job you can expect me to put my whole heart into.
Why not? It's all you do.
If you would kindly suggest anything else I can do, I would be very, very happy.
Come on, stop it. Every time somebody says half a word to you, you get on that schoolmaster's high horse of yours, and I'm getting sick of it.
Leave him alone.
Why, it's about time somebody told him the truth. What does he do? Sitting around here on his backside, smoking, taking a drink when he wants one? What does he do for it? Nothing. Look, when you get on your high horse with me, I want to remind you that although I did not have this high education of yours, at least I never let a woman keep me. Well, it's true, isn't it? All right. Gussie's dance will come between the second and third verses. And for goodness sake, get a little pep into the show.
Insolence. Vulgar fellow.
He may be, but you can hardly blame him.
What do you mean?
What he says is true enough, and we'd better face it.
Of course it's true, but do I have to have my nose rubbed in it by this vulgar peasant? When I remember how he fawned on me
What do you expect? You had some money then.
Isn't it enough to have the shame of knowing that I'm living off you without being reminded of it?
Well, don't worry about it. I've kept better men than you. And worse. Stockings. Don't be silly, not those, the long ones. Poor Emmanuel. Get me the garter, please.
Trouble?
My husband.
Husbands are always trouble. You know, I still can't get over your being married.
You can't get over it. There's someone else who can't get over it either. It's high time he did, for everybody's sake. You want to make love to me?
Do I want to make love?
Then you have to help me arrange something first. Come along.
Ladies and gentlemen, It is my honor now to introduce our special attraction. In my presentation of Mirth, Magic, and Illusion, I will have as my assistant tonight a man who is well known to all of you, though perhaps not previously in this capacity, to illustrate the truth in the words of the immortal poet Shakespeare. A man in his lifetime takes many roles. Professor. Ladies and gentlemen, observe very closely. Empty. Also empty. Spikes. Sharp and deadly. Professor, this hurts me more than it hurts you. The brain. Shish kebab. Beware of any leaks. Just let us see if the chicken has performed as all good chickens should. Watch. Gentlemen, just a minute, Professor. Come back. We need you. What's that? Oh, don't be absurd. The professor thinks the egg is not fresh. That's nonsense. It's a perfectly wonderful, fresh farm egg. Oh, you do not think I can do this again? I accept your challenge, sir. I accept your challenge. Watch. Just as fresh as the first one. Now, let us see if the chicken had any outside help in procuring these eggs. Huh? Crow. What do you say, Professor? Crow. Crow, damn you, crow.
Professor Roth. Clean your face. Come with me. Come. Put on your proper clothes. Where's your room?
All right. Back to work. Come on. Costume change. Let's go. Come on. All right. Excitement's over. Let's go. Set up for Lola's number. Come on. There's a house full of people out there who pay to see a show. Fix your face and get ready. I can't have them asking for their money.
But you can't go on. She's too upset.
Look, I'm upset. She's upset. Will you keep out of this, please? Lola.
I'm much too sentimental. My heart is never free. Perhaps it's accidental that love should come to me. Some little thing within me protects me for a while, till someone comes to win me with only a smile. Falling in love again, never wanted to. What am I to do? Can't help it. Love's always been my game, play it how I may. I was made that way, can't help it. Men cluster to me like moths around a flame, and if their wings burn, I know I'm not to blame. Falling in love again, never wanted to. What am I to do? Can't help it. Men cluster to me like moths around a flame, and if their wings burn, I know I'm not to blame.
Professor, it's nearly 20 to 8. Professor!
Coffee, Professor? Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning.
Do you always snore like that?
Oh, I really don't know.
Oh, I was teasing you. Sit down and have your coffee.
Thank you. Oh, you were teasing.
Sugar?
Yes, please.
1 or 2?
3.
3? No wonder you're so sweet.
Sweet.
Oh, you're full of surprises. You had quite a night last night, didn't you?
What with one thing and another. How's the coffee?
Oh, wonderful. I wouldn't have recognized it as the same drink I get at my place.
You live alone?
Yes.
Don't you ever get lonely?
I suppose I have become used to it. After all, you live alone too, don't you?
Well, yes, in a sort of way. Do you want some breakfast?
Oh, no.
I have some eggs here.
No, please, I don't want to trouble you.
It's no trouble to boil a man an egg.
Oh, hello, Professor.
Excuse me, yes, miss.
Hello, Emmanuel. Come to say goodbye? That was kind of you.
No, Miss Lola. I haven't come to say goodbye. I've come to bring you these.
Pretty flowers. Thank you very much.
And to ask you to accept this.
What's this?
An engagement ring. Lola, I wish to ask you to do me the honor of being my wife.
You mean... you're asking me to marry you?
Yes. Please. Why do you laugh?
But, my dear Emmanuel, what a fantastic idea. Why on earth should a man like you want to marry a girl like me?
Because you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Because I love you.
But what could there possibly be in it for you? What could you get by marrying me that you can't have anyway?
The chance to be with you always. Never to leave you for the rest of my life. To devote my whole life to you. Happiness.
You're a good man, but you don't know about me. I fall in love, of course, all the time, but it never lasts. Perhaps I'm even a little bit in love with you now, because you're different. But after a little while, I should want someone else who's different again. That's how it's always been with me.
That's how it may have been in the past. But the past is over now. Lola, I know I'm a dull, middle-aged schoolmaster, and you are a beautiful young woman, but...
Shut up, Emmanuel. All right. All right. As long as you realize it, honest risk.
Where's everybody's
Just
glass?
a minute.
What?
Just a minute. It's all right for everybody to laugh and to drink, but somebody ought to cry. A wedding is a very solemn thing, and it isn't decent to let somebody cry.
All right, go ahead, cry if you want to. All right. Let's see now, poor girl. Sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, now that we've got over that important bit of business, the time has come to drink the toast of the bride and bridegroom. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the bride and bridegroom, Professor and Mrs. Emanuel Rath.
All right.
And now, there's one other thing we have to do just to make sure that both husband and wife understand their proper positions. Observe. Again, observe. Lola? Professor? Professor.
I don't see why you have to go behind a curtain to undress. You didn't the first time we met.
But that was quite different. I didn't know you then, so it didn't matter. Be a dear and give me that case from the shelf.
Yes.
Clumsy. I never knew such a man for dropping things.
Where have you kept these?
Why not? We made quite a lot of money out of selling them in the theater.
I know you did. They were my first introduction to you. You won't need them now.
You really meant what you said about my not going back to the troupe?
Darling, you can't imagine that I would allow you to go on showing to audiences all the loveliness that now belongs to me alone. Besides, it wouldn't be worthwhile for you to go back to the troupe. Within a week or so, I shall have taken a new position here. I shall need you to look after our home.
I must say it would be wonderful to have a home and settle down for a while.
Of course, never mind. You won't have to travel anymore. Now, let's get rid of these.
What are you going to do?
Burn them.
No, don't do that. They cost quite a bit of money. Anyhow, you never know. It's that white yard I wanted. Thank you, Manuel. Nearly ready.